Andy is going to lead us in the prayer.
Eat the mic and shout a little bit. Louder.
And then Abraham is going to, he is our national party.
Can't hear him.
Be here to offer us the prayer to pledge to the U.S. and Texas flag. So thank you, Abraham.
Okay, please everybody, let's pray with your custom. We got a hat and ribbon. I'm going to read Daniel 2:21. He changed the times of the seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this chance, Lord, to pick not a king, Lord, but a county chairman. It may seem small, God, but to you, Lord, you pay attention to all things. You know the hairs on our head, God. You own the cattle on 1,000 hills. So, God, we pray that you will guide our decision tonight. Be with every precinct chairman, Lord. God, we know you care. We know you're involved in the affairs of this world, and we know you're not a Republican, Democrat, or a Libertarian, but God, we claim you. God, we thank you for being here tonight. Fill us, God. Help us to make wise decisions. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All of you, please rise to the pledge of allegiance to the greatest nation of the planet. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hoo-yah! Next is pledge of allegiance to the greatest state in the Union. Honorable Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Next, we have a few minutes to recognize our SREC members. So if we could have either Greg or Christiana or Randy, Kim, quick report. Recognize them.
No, you're fine.
MABD and
Hi everybody, my name is Christiana Keeler. I'm SRAC SD14 committee woman. I think most of you know. There's two announcements I want to make. Number one, and I apologize, is I have this flyer here. You can take a picture of both Greg and I, and of course Don Brown from the Secure the Texas Grid Committee. And we've got a big symposium on March 19th. And you guys are local. It would be fantastic to have you come and learn about the grid. Expect to learn everything you need to know to be able to talk to legislatures about the grid issues. And we've got 3 different panels, different senators and House members coming. I know Senator Rockwell, and there's a few others. The second thing I want to let you know is Wednesday, 10 to 3, we're going to offer box lunch, and it's going to be at the Texas Public Policy Foundation office, a couple blocks from the Capitol. Right? And then the other thing is our next SRAC meeting is on March 21st and 22nd. It's a Friday and Saturday, and it's going to be at the Austin South Park Hotel. Greg just sent a newsletter to our SD for that. So if you have any questions, you can come find me before the end of the night. Thank you.
Good evening. SRAC SD41 Committee Man. Just in case y'all don't know who I am. Those that are looking for their Committee Man for 21, that's me. Thank you.
do we have any other SRC? All right. Okay, I would like to make an introduction. Kirk, could you come up to the front here? So, being a novice in parliamentary procedure, I was recommended to hire a professional parliamentarian, and Kirk's an old friend of the party. That's right. He's a former precinct chair. He's been with Travis County for a long time, and you know we can really count on him to do a professional job for us. Which is what we need tonight. Thank you. Well, like that, I would call the meeting to order. So if you look at the agenda, all right. And so just ask if there's any changes you'd like to approve this agenda. So it's, you can read it. Any questions? If not, here the primary reason is for the election of the county chair. I've been asked to move this along fairly quickly because we do, in this location, we do have members that have a long drive home afterwards. We want to stay very focused, get the job done tonight, and let's have a great election. All right. So with that, we have approval for the agenda. Please raise your cards. Approval. Okay. And then, has everybody received the EC minutes? They were all sent out to all your email addresses. So, have you read the EC minutes from the last meeting? And are you willing to approve those? Say aye if you agree. All right. Any nays? Good. Okay. We are now ready for the nominations committee report. Cindy Davidson, will you please help us with that?
Now, can I have Dennis Barnes, Tim, and Regina, if she's here, and Casey come forward, and then also Sandra Marie. Okay, so we interviewed several precinct chairs, and so we have Casey and Dennis and Tim and Sandra, we just not voted her last night, but we considered her in tonight. So these are our precinct chairs, and then we're also reinstating Teresa Spears at this time for precinct 3. So we just give you their numbers. Dennis Bonds is 262. Tim is 344. Regina is 347. And Casey is 348. And so I would like for you all to just welcome them and make sure that you introduce yourself to them. But we've got great precinct chairs coming in, so all of those in favor of these precinct chairs, please raise your hand. To administer the oath.
Yeah. Are there any opposed? Thank you. If there are no opposed, they are approved to all. We have to swear in. Pardon me. Okay, let's face the statement here. So we're going to go through this. You'll state your first name and your last name, and then we'll through this process. So you're doing it as a group. So I, say your names, please. Okay, affirm that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the great state of Texas, the platform of the Republican Party, and I will do, to the best of my ability, serve as precinct chairman of the Travis County Republican Party, so help me God. Thank you. Congratulations. All right. So that's great. We'll continue to grow. Thank you, Cindy, you and the committee for your work. Really appreciate that. Okay, now we have a So I'm going to give you a couple of things to think about. First, okay, yeah. So we've come a long way. I'm very excited about where we are today. I may not show it, you're not really a full speaker, but I am excited about where we are today. It's been a long journey. It's been a very, I think, positive journey in the way that we're going, the changes that we've made in our party, and it's exciting. We brought in so many new people. It's really great to have them here. And I would just say to the new people that we're raising, the whole goal that we've had all along is to raise the level of enthusiasm, the level of involvement, and really give that you, the PC, the ability to make choices and be involved in decision making at a higher level, to be involved in being on committees, electing committee chairs, all these good things. So that's kind of the journey we've been on. Now, I do want to reflect on Matt's last 8 years. In 2008, we were in a very different time. We had Obama come in. We had Obamacare. We had the Ferguson riots. We had, Black Lives Matter and all the BLM stuff that was going on. And we've gone through just what I would call the fire in Travis County. And even if you put out a Republican sign, you were feeling like you were putting it out at risk if you weren't in the outer rim of the Republican Party. And Matt really stood up. He was our shield, and he held the standard for that whole process. He raised funds. He kept our party going, and he kept that core in place. So I am very grateful for the courage and the leadership that Matt showed during those times. I think it served us all. But now we're turning a corner, and I think there's a huge upside opportunity for us. Civil water. I've been talking to a number of you as we go into this process, and it just really clear with what happened after the speech. It just became crystal clear after Trump's speech, the State of the Union, how the culture is changing. I mean, I think we're seeing the wind at our back. We're seeing common sense take over. We're seeing where the wolves that have come into the Democratic Party and flipped it into a progressive ideology, we're seeing that turn them into a poison. And I think that's unfortunate for them and their voices, but they made that choice. We have been good about holding up our standard. And this standard offers our independents that are in this county to make a choice, to make a logical, good choice. So we have a way, I think, to tap into that large independent voter base and bring them to our candidates. They don't have to join our party. We're not asking them to do that. But bring them to the candidates that we're supporting, the common sense candidates that we're supporting. And I think we can have a big impact, even in Travis County, even in the city of Austin. We can affect those races. Okay. With that, I think that's the end of what I wanted to say. So we're ready to go to my agenda. Oh yeah, let's do the rules for the. So we can go to that. Chris, are you here? There.
Good afternoon. Good evening, Executive Committee. Your steering committee set up a series of proposed rules for you to vote on tonight for how we're going to handle this election. These rules are amendable and debatable by this assembly, so these are by no means the final rules until we vote them in. They were proposed simply to give each candidate a basic guideline of what to expect tonight, but if this is simply chooses to change these rules, it's got it. The first rule, because I was not given the sheet of this beforehand, is that every candidate must be nominated by a precinct chair. If they are not nominated by a precinct chair, they are not eligible to be in this race. Second, they do not require a second. Third, candidates must be present at the meeting to be nominated. And each nominee may allocate time for speeches of no more than 5 total minutes in support of their candidacy. That is intended to be that any candidate will have the opportunity to have seconding speeches or other individuals speak on their behalf for the entirety of 5 minutes. And then finally, speeches will be given after nominations are closed. You don't have to immediately dive into nomination speeches. You will have nominations, they will close, and then we'll hold an election. We go to the next slide, I think there's more. All right, voting procedure. We will conduct this, according to this proposed rule, the election will be by secret ballot. Second, after each round of voting, if we have more than 2 candidates, the candidate receiving the fewest votes will be eliminated from this process, but will be allowed, just like every other candidate, an opportunity to speak to the committee after each round. For up to 30 seconds. All right, next slide, please. Finally, a candidate shall be elected upon receiving a majority of vote immediately. If no candidate receives a majority, we'll continue again as above in a single person elimination until we have a majority. And then each candidate may designate one person to observe the ballot count as it goes. And final slide. These rules will be governing the election process unless we, by a majority, decide that we're going to change them. That gives us an opportunity if for some reason we find any of our candidates or both our candidates or all of our candidates to be unsatisfactory, that we can revisit these rules and nominate new individuals if we need to. And finally, any dispute will be resolved in accordance with Robert's rules. So we'll refer to Robert's rules if there's any dispute over this process. Your steering committee moves the adoption of the rule as written. Is there any debate on the rule?
Are you going to ensure that only voting members see a ballot?
We will make sure that, I guess we can sit there and have that process. We have, my understanding is that we have ballots right now. If we need to sit there and go assembly line and pick them up, we need to make sure that we isolate this area to precinct chairs only. But there are, my understanding is that with ballots numbered, Cindy? Yeah, we have numbered ballots for this one. Yes, sir. Well, I mean, as soon as we get, that's fine by me. Would you like to move that?
I move that non-voting members get that side of the block.
It has been moved. Is there a second? Second. It has been moved and seconded. Oh, okay.
Is there a first? Can we have a move? Thank you. Is there a second? Will everybody vote? Yay? Or nay? Okay.
Question, Mr. Chairman. Actually, with that, unless you guys have any other questions of me, it sounds like y'all are ready to read. All right.
Jerry?
And with regards to 1.4, which I believe states 5 minutes, I make a motion that we amend that to include the persons making the nomination or the candidate to be selected, that person be allowed up to 1 minute to make a few comments about that person in the nomination process.
Point of order.
Yes.
Would the chair please restate the motion as required under Robert's rules?
that rule? That's it. Go back to 1.4. Kirk, can you come? 1.4, okay. All right. Each nominee may allocate time for their speeches of no more than 5 minutes total, 5 total minutes in support of their candidacy. So you can allocate your time, right? But you're asking for an additional.
1 minute, the person makes a nomination that's outside the 5 minutes.
Okay. Do we have a second? Do we need a 2/3 vote on that, or we? On this one, we'll need a 2/3 vote. Okay, so to move it. We'll have to do a count.
No, it'll be unanimous.
We need a debate. Okay. Okay.
Allow discussion.
Is there any objection to what Jerry has asked for, which is that we have 1 minute for the nominee for the person nominated to nominate the candidate? That's putting 6 minutes on. Yes. Yes. You have an objection? Okay. There's a second. Okay. So can we take a vote on the motion?
All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. If it sounds like less than 2/3, then you do a standing vote.
I thought we were going to have a debate first, right? Yes.
So not very long. I think that taking away time from the candidate when they want to speak, I think that doesn't really bode well for most candidates. And because most candidates have already planned a 5-minute speech, and to take away from that in the nomination process, I think is not good. And I think the person nominating, if they're nominating, they should give a just cause why they're nominating that person. Not just say, I nominate this person. They should say why they're nominating. Well, this is a debate. This is my thoughts on why I brought up. It's just 1 minute. Okay.
Point of information.
We decided. Does anyone oppose?
Point of information.
And who would like this?
Had it superseded.
Yes.
So, point of information. Mr. Chairman, the nomination doesn't note a time limit. So if the nominator spends a minute, then we're not going to object to that. Take your minute to nominate. That's in 1.2. No, that's in 1.2. We're talking about 1.4. So if the nominator takes a minute in 1.2, it doesn't impact 1.4.
I hear.
Look out. You know that's right. I second.
So,
I second
under the rule right now, speeches are to be given after nominations are closed, which is meaning that you would need to strike 1.5 to have a speech after you nominate. So, at the moment, not saying that if he puts that up there, I'm not going to be in order, but I'm also saying. So, the reason I was speaking on this is that I don't think any candidate has to why.
Call a question.
But
I call the question. Second.
that's not an interrupting.
Yes, there will be. Yeah. The question was, will there be time for people to ask questions of the candidate after they give their speech? The answer is yes.
Really?
So you will have that opportunity. We haven't set that time. So there is. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're out of order.
Call the question. Can we put this to a vote?
Yeah, so is there anyone that wants to speak against the motion? Yes.
Hey everybody, I'm Daniel Long, plays at Precinct 483. I believe that in 5 minutes is plenty of time for a candidate to tell me what they want to do. When we go and we knock on doors, we're lucky if we get 2 minutes. So having 5 minutes to express is great. In the spirit of Doge, let's move this thing along, is my opinion.
I say one thing. Ditto.
Is there any other debate? If not, can we take a vote? Those in favor of the motion, please raise their. We are voting on adding a minute at the beginning when the person comes up to nominate a candidate. We're adding a minute. That's the motion. Yes. It's in the nominating speech. So, otherwise, time is taken from the 5 minutes total. So if they get up and they speak for a minute, they have 4 minutes left for the candidate. All right, can we vote? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All against say nay. We need to do it one more time. All in favor, raise your cards. All against, raise your cards. The notes have it. Yes. We don't know that yet. Penny? How many voting members do we have seated? We have 95 voting members.
Call the question on the rules.
Can we?
Call the question on the rules.
Right. Yeah, can we? The question is on the adoption of the rules. All in favor, raise your card. All opposed? See, no, the ayes have it. Rules are adopted. Thank you for hearing. What else? Okay. All right. So let's start with the candidate nominees and speeches. So, do we have any nominees? The chair recognizes Greg Murphy.
I nominate Sam Webb for chair of the TCL.
Any other nominees for chair?
Chairman, I have nomination.
Jerry, chair recognizes Jerry.
I nominate Jennifer Fleck.
Are there any other nominations for chair?
All right, Brian Hutton, Precinct 111. I'd like to nominate Mackenzie Ann Kelly of Austin, Texas. She's right in the middle of the room. Thank you very much.
Are there any other nominees? Nominations? All right. So we can now start. We'll start with Sam. Is that okay? Nominate. In the order nominated. All right.
Travis County Republicans are going to start winning. We are going to win. Politics stagnates, and it stagnates for a long time. You can imagine in the late 40s if you're East German and your government said you can no longer cross this line. And that line became a fence, and that fence became a wall that stood for 28 years because your government told you so. But revolution happened. In 1989, that wall started to be torn down. And now is the time that Travis County's blue wall is going to start to be torn down. We are outnumbered. And honestly, we are divided. And as our first Republican president said, a house divided cannot stand. And that came from Scripture, the book of Matthew. Our goal should be to increase GOP voters in 1 year, March 2026, because the Democrats, for the first time in a long time, I feel like are actually hurting. We have big players. We have Trump. We have Turning Point USA. And they are making a difference in the culture war. And if you believe Travis County can never win, then you don't need to be here unless you just love the people here, which I'm sure we all do. I believe we can win. I know we can win. And this is our time. This is the revolution. This is when the blue wall starts to have the people chip away at it. The other goal is to get laser focused on a race we can win. And I've reached out to many of you, spoken to some of you, asked about which elections can be won, which ones we can go for. And they are not in our favor. But what I've looked at least in my precinct, when I looked at contacting Republicans and I saw how many Democrats, we have more non-voters than Democrats. And we can go get them. And we will need money, and I will fundraise, but we have to go get votes. 1 by 1, 2 by 2. 2 by 2 votes don't cost money. They require hustle. And we may be outnumbered, but we're not going to be outworked. This party has new rules. It will have new leadership tonight. And we are going to have new results. The new rules make this your party. This is a party of the precinct chairs. We have steering committee, we have committees, and they will be fully staffed. If your vote's my way tonight, we will have committees, staff, and actionable. That has to happen because it takes a team, and politics is a numbers game. And if you think I have a chance of winning without a team behind me, you're fooled. I am only even close because I have a team of dedicated people who had a message, who had outreach that worked. And we're just going to expand that. And we're going to work within our rules. We're going to have a level playing field for precinct chairs. We're going to do our best to follow the parliamentary procedure. It's hard. It is difficult and it's frustrating, but the rules are there to protect each other. And we are going to follow those rules. And chair, transparency is critical. And it's never been more available than now. The information highway just can expose everything. You have to have transparency, fiscal accountability. And this may be out of place. I'm a moderately successful businessman. I don't need this to try to find ways to make money. I will be vigilant in how the money is spent and try to make it as efficiently spent as possible because I will be asking for money. That is something we're going to need. Votes and money are the capital. My business story is that 20 years ago, my wife Ann and I at the time started out of our spare bedroom. And that has grown to a multi-million-dollar a year business, hundreds of employees that come through our doors, thousands of students we have at school. I have taken something from zero and made it into millions. And this party needs a machine. And it's going to require you. We can make this happen. We can build a machine. And it doesn't matter at that point who's at the helm. It matters that it operates. And that's what I'm hoping. Just want to ask for your vote and say I will work hard no matter what the results are. And I can't wait to brag that the Travis County Republican Party did what nobody believed, and we started turning Austin red. Thank you so much. You want to do all 5 minutes first, or do you want to do speech? I'll speak first.
He has 34 seconds to allocate. Is there anyone that would like to speak? 34 seconds.
know many of you don't know Sam, but I just wanted to let you know that I've been working with him for probably 9 months. He is the most efficient, fastest volunteer I have ever had. He is unassuming. He has never asked for a position or a title, and he is an absolute, please look at his resume. You couldn't have created a better resume if you had made one up for this position. He is the person to lead us. I truly believe that in this room there is such talent that we can not only lead this county and state, but we can lead the nation. We showed that in the hand count. We are a stellar group of very intelligent people. Thank you.
Good evening, Executive Committee, friends, family, and guests. My name is Jennifer Fleck, and I am running to be the next chair of the Travis County Republican Party. I bring experience, energy, and toughness to this role, all qualities we will need to succeed. As an attorney, I approach this role with a professional background in problem solving and mediation. I'm committed to uniting the members and focusing on achievable goals. From this moment forward, every precinct chair will be valued and appreciated. We need all hands on deck to be the difference makers needed to serve this county. As a grassroots activist, I come into this role with proven determination, grit, and experience. Since 2013, I have been involved at the Texas Capitol to bring awareness to the sexualization of kids. I have lobbied, written bills, and testified many times. I serve on the SREC subcommittee supporting this legislative priority. I will continue these efforts, support our legislative chair, provide training and direction to anyone interested in pursuing legislative change, and seek to establish a TCRP presence during the legislative sessions. As a candidate, I ran for state representative in 2020. I ran for county chair in 2022. My favorite part of campaigning is meeting people, especially at the door. I will never forget knocking 9,000 doors in 2019-2020. Knocking doors provided a foundation upon which I would build my hopes and aspirations to serve and be a better leader. I learned how to raise money, give speeches, answer questions, and I developed a deep appreciation for people. This experience will help us recruit and support candidates, run campaigns, and raise money. As an election integrity advocate, the 2020 general election was a painful lesson and an example of corruption. I will be a fierce fighter for fair and legal elections. In 2024, thank you. In 2024, I led the recruiting, training, organizing, and placement of over 300 volunteer poll watchers. We shamed the Democrats with our involvement, and we will continue with this effort. As a founding member of We the People Lake Travis, I have learned what commitment and hard-fought wins look like. My experience with We the People has taught me how to organize, plan, motivate, and encourage a team and a community for success. I hope to emulate what we have done in Lake Travis across the county by customizing the approach to fit your precinct and your area. Lake Travis has been a training ground for me, and I appreciate my friends who have allowed me to grow and refine my skills needed for job as chair. As an ultra MAGA Trump supporter, I am an imperfect populist, ready to shake things up, shake hands, and earn your vote. Like President Trump, I'm committed to working hard, having fun, and bringing accountability to Travis County. We'll make this county safer and more responsive to its voters. As a native Texan, I love this state and the maverick spirit that it breeds. We think
and I think we can do anything. We have an uphill battle ahead of us, and there is no other group of people that I would rather work with than fellow Texans. I love a challenge, and the bluest county in Texas presents just that. We are going to work hard, expand our net, and deepen our footprint. I have big plans for Travis County with the ultimate goal of placing a Republican candidate on the March 2026 ballot in every race. This is something we all want and something we will deliver. By the end of this biennium, we will have a long list of accomplishments that will make us proud. I look forward to serving you, our constituents, and the Travis County Republican Party. Tonight, I bring a $5,000 matching gift given by Representative Troxclair. You will have an opportunity to give tonight with a QR code to match your gift. Thank you.
We need to, the candidates need to select the tellers. Oh, the third candidate. Oh. Is there a speech prepared? Is Mackenzie ready? Okay.
Yeah, Mackenzie doesn't need a speech prepared.
Thank you, Don, and thank you, precinct chairs, for being here tonight to make a very important decision on the future of the party. Whatever decision you make tonight is not an easy one. There are candidates who are here to try to bring the party forward. And I know and I pray that you all will have it in your hearts to choose the best of the two candidates. I, unfortunately, am done with political life. And so while it is an honor that I was nominated, I will not be, don't vote for me. You already did. I wish I could say more, but I do want you all to know that now that I am a recovering politician, you will be seeing more of me at these meetings. And I want to help grow the party and make it the best it can be. So thank you for the honor of the nomination and for everything that you all are doing. I trust that each and every one of you will make the right decision tonight. I withdraw my nomination.
We would like to ask who you want as your teller, the person that's coming to vote with you. Lisa Williams. You can, yes. No, on the questions we said yes. We said on the introduction discussions we said. Correct? Okay. Yeah, it was in the.
Is that in the rules?
You want to raise a point of order? Okay. Okay, the point of order has been raised that these questions are not in the rules. So is there anybody that wants to make a motion on that? That's second motion. Sorry.
Let's vote. We already approved this, right?
No, we didn't approve questions. So it's
There's nothing in the rule to entertain a motion.
okay.
He misspoke.
Heard.
He authorized something that was not within his power to authorize.
We're going to do a vote on shall we allow questions? Yes, Brad.
Is that on the agenda that we passed or not?
It's, I think you're asking, is it on the agenda or not? Asking questions is not on the agenda, that's clear.
So we passed an agenda?
But we also had rules in addition to that.
Mr. Chairman, a request for information is an incidental motion that can be applied to any main motion. It has nothing to do with the speeches that were given, because that was essentially the debate, and that's that's completed. However, if they would like to prevent that from happening, let by majority vote, they can make a decision. No questions.
Everybody understand that if we would like to prevent it from happening, we can take a vote and we can say no to asking questions, or we can approve it. So is it?
Vote.
Make a motion.
Chairman, I move to suspend the rules of the majority vote to have a Q&A session before the process.
There's a motion and a second to suspend the rules to have a 5-minute Q&A.
Per person or
Total. Well, no, total. I think, is that it?
I would say
For candidate or asker? How about 3 questions for each candidate?
about 0?
Right?
0.
Right now it's 0.
Okay, so we do a vote now. Okay. There's a motion for debate on that. Okay.
Okay, all of you know that I am extremely transparent. I have called everybody in this room that's a precinct chair. I have emailed you and I have texted you. I have welcomed your questions. I also participated in the forum. Everybody was invited. So I have a problem with this delay. I think it's a delay of the vote. I think it's needless. And the same gentleman who made the motion opposed the 1-minute nomination motion. A little hypocritical, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, comments like that will not be accepted. There are forum. Yes.
Without hearing anybody's motives, I only am making this motion so we can wrap this question up. We can wrap this question up, have a quick voice vote. If we vote it down, we go vote. Let's go. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. All right. So all in favor of the motion? Does everybody understand the motion?
No, repeat it.
It's a 5-minute question and answer allowed per total. So it's going to be one person that speaks that, or 5 minutes total. Right? Does that everybody understand that now? Only EC's members can ask the question. Okay? Yes, go ahead.
We're voting against it, it's going to be okay.
Okay, so the clarification is, if one person asks the question and takes a 5-minute time answering the question, that's the 5 minutes, that's it, no one else gets to ask the question. Thanks, Jennifer, that helps the clarification. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone that would like to ask a question? Oh, all right. We'll get that question. Yeah.
Just say all in favor.
All in favor?
The last statement stops when you could have one candidate taking 5 full minutes for the answer, the other candidate not getting to speak.
No, that's not it.
That's what you said.
Mr. Chairman, the way I understand the motion is a 5-minute period will be allowed for questions. There could be 100 questions asked with 20 seconds answered for each one, or there could be, one person can take a long time to answer the question, although it has to be factual. Okay.
This is a quagmire.
Just vote no. It's okay to vote no.
No, it's not because the motion's not in order.
Then you can make it. Just let it vote now, and it goes away. Oh,
Are you
Miss
all
Terry's
ready to
here.
vote?
Yes.
All in favor of the motion, raise your card, say aye. All opposed, say
Moving right along.
all right, ballots, it is time to go. Okay, can we pass out the ballots? Can the candidates?
Welcome to
Jennifer-
Travis County, guys.
And can we pass out, can you identify who you want to be your tellers? Ed Check will be yours. Jennifer? Okay, Lisa. Okay, great. All right.
Point of order.
Could you pass it? Yes?
Is this, explain how, are these going to be the tickets like last time? And if so, is it one ticket or two?
Clarification. Can you give me one of these? Thanks. Yeah, first of all, is everybody signed in? Is AEC? Okay. Each one of these ballots is numbered. They're only one color for the first round. You're to make your selection between the two candidates. So this is the color. There should only be one per person.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Point of information.
Yes.
Should we tear that in half? Because there's two tickets. Yes or no? Should we tear it in half?
No, there's no two tickets.
Okay,
It's one piece of paper. Do not cut it in
I
half.
tore it in half last time because no one told me not to.
That was last time. This is not. If you tear it in half, you destroy
Right,
your
my
ticket.
vote got thrown out. That's right.
Anything else? Any other questions?
That's right. I'll vote these now.
All right. Can you pass it on? So the candidates you have to select, thanks for bringing that up. The candidates are Sam Webb and Jennifer Fleck. You have two choices. Hey, did everybody hear that? Yeah. Yes, you can have more people help. Jennifer?
Right?
This in any other meeting you're anyway. I really appreciate it. The 67 murder had they killed him?
I think so.
We saw last night in Boston, Jamie, like, they murdered him in his apartment. His brain was they fought because he was sick. So they killed him. It's like this all the time.
I know.
It's awesome and ugly, and then not do it. We're going to use Roberts, and then we don't.
I know. All right, go get your ballot. Okay, here's your commercial broadcast. If you're watching this on a computer, can you scan that with your phone?
Has anyone not received a ballot?
Hey.
Hands up.
Can you scan that with your phone on the screen?
Has anyone not received a ballot? Hold their hand up.
Can you zoom in and scan it? Will it scan from
If you need a ballot, keep your hand up.
Their hands still up to. So if anybody wants to donate directly to the Travis County Republican Party, just go to the website.
Top 25 characters.
First world problem.
That is the only way to know that you have voted once.
Tarrant County or no?
Tarrant County receives the
Two
ballot.
counties away in Dole County. You know where they put that big book of ballot at Pittsburgh where 35 splits and 10 miles away.
You need a ballot.
We don't have a Chick-fil-A. We have a Walmart. There's no movie theater. No doctor family. Hill.
We have Blanket County that touches across touches Travis County. 7 counties around us. Blanket, it's got like less than, maybe it's got more than 50.
Friends, EC committee, we're going to have to do this both here for me. We have too many people wandering around the room. We don't know if people actually received the ballot or not. We know people that raised their hands and said they received it. We don't know if it's only one that they received. It's a moved around. That is
You should have secured the room before you
why don't we just
gave out
stand
ballots.
in our chairs, please keep our badge up until we receive a ballot. So we're going to do this over.
You're going to do it over?
Just don't move around. There has been a recommendation, which I think makes sense, which is Penny has the registration of EC chairs that came in and that can vote that are here tonight. She will pass out the ballots, and people will help her pass out the ballots as she checks you off on the registration. So let's do it that way. There will be no questions afterwards.
Motion to leave that. Can I get a second?
Yeah. take a vote on that. All in favor? All against? Okay, the ayes have it. So why don't we start at this end and check and just go down this row coming up. Where's Penny? We need Penny with the register.
What are we doing on the ballot?
Toss the old ballots. We have different colors. Where is Penny? Penny?
I have a motion. My motion is this. We all have badges.
Yes.
I say that you say you're voting for this person over here, you put your badge in this box over here. You vote for this person over here, you put your badge in this box over here.
There is a motion. Is there a second to that motion? It's not a secret ballot. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. We had 6 extra ballots turned in. No, everybody needs to make fun. Could somebody call Penny up here? I don't know. Penny?
We have 107 people here now. This wasn't updated. I've got 107 ballots. I'm going to call your name based on the roster and hand you a ballot, okay? Hand in our ballots at the same time, okay? You stay seated and I'll come down and pick them up. Everybody good? We all know what we're doing?
Stay put.
Brad Hodges, precinct 111. Chris Sesha, 124. David Garza, 130. Michael Cargill, 135.
Hustle, hustle.
All right. Jerry, 153. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your patience. 154 is Clayton Kruger. 155, Nicole. So just hold on to your ballot and we'll come and collect them, okay? So just stay in your seat and I'll come and get them. Tim Bradbury, 163. Steve, 164.
didn't want to butcher your last name.
You have to come get your ballot.
164. All right, Ann Butler, 165.
You're the next
Marty
contestant.
Gay, 173. Lee Wallace, 178. Lee Hill, 182. Mary, 192. Are you here, Mary? Right. Will Wilson, 201. Paul, 206. Martin, 207. Bob Green, 211. Mary Krennic, 214. Stacy Sash, 220. Roger, 231. Don Brown. Jan Moray, 234. Mary Taylor, 235. Thanks, guys. 236 is Wayne Lott. 237 is Todd Warren. Nancy Houston, 238. All right, Matt Lawrence, 243. Wes Weaver, 245. David Armstrong, 246. I think Clay stepped out momentarily.
Got my Cokes.
250. I believe he'll be back. Lisa Gonzalez, 251. Oh, I'm sorry, she's not here. I apologize. Willette's, 255. Larry Howell, 256. Leah, 260. Carol Neal, 261. Dennis Barnes, one of our new precinct chairs, 262. Ed Check, 263. John Cook, 264. Sharon Edwards, 270. Sharon. JC, 271. Suzanne Stedman. Stephen Contway, 273. Bobby Brooks, 274. Bill Connors, 275. Stephen Rebel, 281. Sorry about that. Dennis, 282. Jim Kovar, 290. Sorry, guys. 291, Brian Talley. Right. Amy Beth, 293. I'm sorry, Amy Beth is out today. James Cady at 294. Teresa Spears, 300. signed it in her space by accident, so we're down one. Okay. So if you'll remove one ballot from that stack. All right. So Hank Rodriguez, 307. Claudia, 320. Judy Moore, 321. And while you're over there, Lindsay Gramont, 322. Greg Murphy, 323. Jan Duncan, 320. Jan's not here, sorry. Saul at 325. Randy, 330. Greg Watson, 332. Alex, 335. Ryan Robinson, 341. Lisa Williams, 343. Lisa Williams. Thank you, Lisa. Sorry about that. Tim, 344, one of our new precinct chairs. 345, Linda Boutel. Rebecca Williams, 346. Rebecca Williams. Regina, 347, also one of our new precinct chairs. Kenna, 348, another new precinct chair. $349, Tom Ennis. Penny, 351. Faith Roberts, 353. Kent, 354. Lori, 356. Amanda, 357. Sandra, 358. Truman, 360. Deborah, 361. Jeremiah, 362. Maria, 363, is not here. Calvin, 364. Very good. Thank you, Maria. Calvin, 364. Jerry Ward, 365. Jennifer, would you like to get your ballot?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
366. Bonnie, 367. Doug, 370. All right. Mary Ann, how about 360?
371. Jim Ward, 373. Frederick, 374. I wish somebody would call bingo. It seems like it's that time. 375, Scott. 376, Jessica is not here. Janet, 380. Our hardworking lanyard person. Cindy Davison, 383. Thomas, 384. Jack Murray, 385. Clay. All right, Cindy, you've got yours right. Thomas, 384. You're good? Okay. Jack Murray, 385. Okay. Thanks, I lost my spot. 387, Kathleen. John, 390. Gray, 392. Greg Potts, 392. Laney, 394. Scott, 395. All right, guys, thanks for your patience. And now we've got Paul Knight, 414. We're getting there. This is the last page. 421, Nick. 421, thanks, Nick. All right, Randy, 422. All right, Chad, 446. Jay, 449. Stephen, 452. Betty, 455. 455, great. Kim, 461. 461, there she is. Carl Pratt, 464. And Daniel, 483. And they should be out of balance. Is there anyone that did not receive a ballot that is a precinct chair? Awesome. All right, guys. Now we have two candidates, right? So write on your ballot, Jennifer or Sam.
Or abstain.
And I'm going to pass the tray and let people put them in. Okay, you want to come up and... I'd like to mention that this is the largest number of VCs that we've ever had at a meeting, so give yourselves a hand.
Hang on. What you doing? I'm streaming a meeting. Yeah, you too.
Let's make use of this time if we can. We have some guests from the other officers here.
You want to stream it?
I would like to be able to recognize the
What's up?
people that are running for office.
That fucker's handling the ballots.
And this is the time that we can make use of that.
What? Oh,
You're
for
a
you?
precinct
So
chair.
everybody would be
You can
quiet.
get
I'd
closer
like
to the
to
process.
ask
What do I
but
need to
can't.
do?
whoever
Where,
is
tell me what to do. Oh, okay.
virtually to come up and give us a 1 or 2 minute
Streaming.
introduction. So, John.
You touch ballots. That's what you do.
Thank you. I'm John Messinger. I want to start off by thanking you for all the hard work. Thank you. I want to thank you for all the hard work you put in when I ran for the Third Court of Appeals last time around. We got a lot closer than we've been any year since 2018. We cut the margins in real votes and percentages by more than half, and that wasn't me. I was just a guy driving around talking to people. That's precinct chairs, that's volunteers, that's people who get the vote out, and I think we've got a good path forward if somebody would like to challenge the presiding judge or the Chief Justice of the Third Court next time around. That person won't be me. I prayed for another opportunity to serve, and God has opened a large number of doors for me, and I'm running for the Court of Criminal Appeals. It's place 9. The judge who's sitting there now, he's up, but he's decided not to run, I think after what happened to all 3 incumbents last time around. So right now I'm the only game in town. I will be asking you for money in May when it's legally allowed for me to ask you. And I'm going to spend a lot of time, I'm starting way early. Most people don't get into this race until late summer or early fall. The deadline for getting on the primary ballot's in December. But again, I've got 3 small children. I'm trying to stretch out this time, and this is statewide, so it's going to be a lot more getting around. I'm looking forward to talking to all of you again, catching up, and trying to convince you why you should support me. What you can do for me right now is I need signatures to get on the ballot. I've got a couple clipboards over there. There's some legalese I'm going to read to you real quick. That way I don't have to do it individually for you, and then I will get out of the way and we can get these elections going. I know that the purpose of this petition is to entitle John Messinger to have his or her name placed on the ballot for the office of Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, place 9 for the Republican primary election. I understand that by signing this petition, I become ineligible to vote for a primary or participate in the convention of another party, including a party not holding a primary election during this voting year in which the primary election is held. And I'm not going to read it in Spanish. You'll see there are 2 columns towards the end. One's for voter ID, one is for date of birth. You can put either one. I have access to the GOP database, and I will be confirming all of these before I swear to it, so just get what you can there. And the only other thing I need to tell you is that if somebody else runs for place 9, you can't sign their petition also. But if you like them more than me, you can vote for them in the primary. So I'm looking forward to earning your vote. I don't take any of this for granted, and I thank God for the opportunity. God bless you.
Amen.
Are there any other candidates that are running for office? Yes. Lee. Yeah.
All right, I'm Lee Wallace. I'm running for the Pflugerville School Board thing.
Look, the only thing I'm trying to do with this is push back on this left-wing nonsense. My kid went through for 12 years with this, graduating in 2020, and it was like taking him to the Democrat Party, taking him to school. This is, if I can stick my snout into this in any way at all, I intend to reverse this. So that's it. If you go to Pflugerville, vote for me.
Anyone else? All right. We have a move to make of our office downtown, and we need some volunteers. Tomorrow will be a day where we're sorting through the boxes and deciding what we can get rid of, what we need to keep, and what we're going to move into the office. If we have enough space, we don't know where we stand today, but it's just going to be at the Republican Party office of Texas, Republican Party of Texas office. If we have enough space, then we won't have to rent a storage facility, right? So we're looking at that. We'll know what their quote is to us. Chris Sasha is graciously helping us with that. So we should have an answer by tomorrow. Anybody that wants to do this, we have 2 times for tomorrow. There's a before lunch time and there's an after lunch time. You're welcome to stay for the whole time. Leland has to leave the office from 11:30 to 1. So you will have time to have a break and have lunch with your friends, whoever's there helping you. So that's Wednesday is sorting. Thursday will be moving. And so we'll need people that, and Leland can help tell us how many dollies we need and how many movers we need to move things. It's not that much, but it's more than Leland can handle, and we have to be out of the office by Friday. Okay? So we have 2 sign-up sheets. You don't have to put your age on these or your voter ID.
Yeah, we just want to station.
This is oh, and by the way, know that South by Southwest, again, you've heard of it, it's going on. So parking could be difficult if you're actually bringing down dollies and things like that. It might be good to carpool, drop the people with the dollies off at the event. You can always park at the Capitol for a good rate in the Capitol Visitors Garage or somewhere nearby. So that gives you an opportunity to have a walk there.
So there's a question on here that asks truck, dolly cart, or boxes. Check that off if you're able to provide that to help with that. I'm definitely going to need somebody with a truck.
That's a pickup truck that we're looking for.
Can I comment?
No, there's no illegal votes.
Jan has a pickup truck. She's already volunteered.
Right?
We didn't count it.
Right, so you don't count it at all.
We just,
okay.
she was just
It's just,
showing it.
it'd be the same as if I held on to it.
Ms. Secretary, super important. All of this is evidence. You need to get the fingers out of there and those get in the bag. You need to get those in the bag and stop touching.
That one there is not a legal vote. It's a vote pass.
He can't touch them.
No, it's not a vote.
Stop touching the ballots and put them in the bag.
Does it work for you?
Where did my envelopes go?
This is going to the Secretary of State.
There's a plastic bag. I had to put envelopes here.
Is everybody okay with the result?
She miscounted. Well, I
Folks,
don't know
those
if
of
she
you
did or I did.
that are still seated and any others. What I didn't do in my chair announcements was share the treasurer's report, so we still have that on the agenda. But I'll cut to the chase. We could use donations right now. So we would like you to consider making a donation, either a one-time or if you haven't yet, join as
Are we allowed to comment?
contributor on a monthly basis.
Get that guy's hand off the table.
But this is a time when you can really put your financial back into the greatly appreciated.
Stop interfering. Penny.
You know what?
Stop interfering. Let Penny do her job. Let Penny do her job, please.
You're a pain in the ass.
I know. Let Penny do her job. She's secretary. You're not. I'm not. Please let her do her job. Please let her do her job. We elected her, not you. Go your place.
How many precinct chairs do you have?
Go your place.
I do this all the time.
Hands off.
You know what? I do it all the time.
Stop touching my ballots.
And I haven't touched any ballots.
Yeah, you did. I got it on video.
That's an abstention. It's not about.
That's an admission noted.
You want my fingerprints?
Admission noted. No, I got your face, bro.
Okay, good.
Leave it alone. Just drop it. Walk away. You will not
Is
win.
there anybody else that would like to sign up?
So a suggestion is you can add those two numbers together and you'll know how many ballots you have.
107.
Okay. And you can write 107 down.
I kind of ran out of time during my 5 minutes, but I want to repeat that Representative Ellen Troxler is getting a $5,000 matching donation. And the matching part is so that we know that the precinct chairs are invested in the party. So the QR code is on the screen. You can also donate on the website. But if everybody in this room will give $50, we can double her gift. And her staff person is here, Catherine Van Norman. I just want to give a round of applause for Representative Troxler. Thank you.
Can you put them in stacks of 10?
That's just weird. Well, we have 107 people here that were present, right? And this says 107.
If you could just flip it and then put them in stacks of 10, I think it'd be a lot easier. I mean, there's a lot going on, and in other words, just go like, show both sides of the ticket, 1. Show both sides of the ticket, 2. Because he's videoing. We just want to remove any question.
I'd just like to say that it's very hard, as you all know, being the elephant in the room in Travis County.
So that's, I counted 10.
But I personally, I'm a charitable individual. I give to a lot of good causes. But since I've become active in the Travis County Republican Party, for the first time, at least I feel like I have something behind me and other people with me, even though my precinct was 8416. So I know they're not my neighbors. I know they're not my neighbors, but I feel very valuable to be and privileged to be part of all of y'all and to support this tiny, this little train that could, or whatever that analogy is, here in Travis County. And I just want to say being part of the Chairman's Circle has been amazing. I've met so many incredible people, many of you, and the agriculture guy, who's he? Sid Miller was amazing. I met, yes, our Attorney General. I'm very bad with names all of a sudden. Ken Paxton, he opened up his little, his Chairman's Circle event with, you know, I'm the Attorney General. Don't want to hear Trump stories. And we're like, yeah! And Corey DeAngelis, who's helping us get school choice in Texas, and so many great people. So I really encourage you to be part of the Chairman's Circle. And you might even get an invitation to my house. My husband will make you brisket. We hosted Briscoe Kane at our house, again, on the subject of school choice. So I think the minimum is 1,000, but it's a number of events, and you get VIP tickets to the Reagan dinner. And so I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity to do $1,000, to join the Chairman's Circle, and still steal Ms. Troxler's money.
20, 40, 61. What's wrong here? And then here's one abstention, so that would be 62 instead of 63.
Just give me some water. Yeah, just give me some water, man.
And those are Sam's.
So I counted them with you, and they were 10 each time.
So it's 61, and then there's an abstention that doesn't count for either one of them, but we need a total of 107.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay, Precinct 322, and newly elected Finance Chair, and I was over there, so I didn't hear what was going on, but I wanted to let you all know that Sam also got over 12,000 committed as well, including from myself, Chairman Circle level, so I am encouraging all of you to please donate. We are seeing the energy here, and I hope that everyone understands what we've got and what we have now in the EC-led, EC-empowered party. So thank you very much for your donations. I want to encourage you that even those who, even $25, but if you were going to do $25, I would really encourage you to do it every month to become a sustainer. Those sustaining donations are what we depend on every month to be able to not feel like we're on a hamster wheel, just having events to, support overhead. So it's makes it really fantastic and really easy for us to know what we can expect every month. So any way you can find those sustaining donations, $5, $10, would just make it be every month. You'll never notice it. It's like buying a coffee, and it really, really helps. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We're all right. It's under watch.
We need some jurisdiction.
Here's the thing, that parliamentarian, she gets that wax gets over there, 3 times I had to call that guy. He wouldn't take the cameras off straight. And when I called him, quit fucking with that secretary. We would have heard something, not you. He started talking to me. He's like, you're in the first stop in the camera. So I'm glad. I had everything fun in your life. I'm glad I was. Got him on video. So you're well. Well, take a look. Okay, he keeps. All right, I think we're about done. Just might want to thank anyone that.
Did you bring them up here?
You're going to read it out loud, but don't tell the result. I think you know.
So I know that you want these in a separate bag, but
That's going to the Secretary of State. I know.
gotten lost. So
That's the Secretary of State. Hey, that's your job. I'm not going to interfere with you. You're doing a great job, Penny. I have full confidence, 100%.
All right, guys. I could fold up a
Do you need any?
I just don't have full confidence
in you. I get it. Do you need any more?
Fold up a plain.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay. We're in the bag. Right.
Very good. Well, he wouldn't quit touching. Yes. It's not CSI.
I know.
It's not even close.
I know.
Being a little tightly wound doesn't help everyone.
No, I get it.
All right, attention, everybody, please take your seat again.
All right, guys, thank you so much for all your patience and all your help in getting this done. We have a total of 107 people here that were eligible to cast votes. 1 person abstained, so they returned their ballot unmarked. And then we had 54 that were necessary for the election. Jennifer received 62, Sam received 44.
of votes cast was 107. 54 necessary to win. Jennifer Fleck received 62. Sam Webb received 44. Jennifer, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Really. I want to thank Penny and the counters and the poll watchers. I appreciate their service. I don't have a long acceptance speech prepared. Everything I've said stands for itself. To Sam, thank you for stepping up. We hope you'll consider running for another office in the future. You'd make a great candidate. To the precinct chairs who didn't vote for me, I hope to earn your support going forward. To the executive committee as a whole, if you haven't seen my 2020 mugshot, I expect it to be all over the news soon. The Democrats will underestimate me, and they'll mock your decision tonight. But just like any great comeback, being in that position is exactly where we want to be. By the end of this year, they'll know why God has chosen me for this moment. They won't expect us, and they won't be prepared. So get ready to be sick of winning. Thank you again for making the long drive to be here tonight. I heard all of you. I will work tirelessly this month to make sure that we are at a more centralized location in April. I promise. I want to give a special shout out to my two children who are here, Olivia and Cade.
Yeah!
They stuck by me, and I love them for it. And I pray that they continue to be strong and courageous. Thank you. As the new chair, I will finish the agenda. I've just been told that all we're left with is a treasury report. So if Jan wants to come on up.
I have a fancy pointer so I don't have to stand in front of the... Okay, you already know we have almost no money, but I'll show you where all the money went that we have. Okay, that's the... There we go. Okay, so as I told you last time, we have 4 accounts. I'm only going to show 3 accounts because the primary account we can't touch, and it's only going to lose $5 a month for bank fees. Okay, so donations. This is where the sustainers make their donation, and when you use that QR code, that's where that goes through Anadot. And so that's how much we brought in the last 3 weeks. So starting from the last meeting to Saturday. And then the expense here is the merchant fees. We had no events the last 3 weeks, so we had no income there. These were the salaries that were paid out of the federal account. Meeting space, this is what this room cost us. We had outstanding bills from last fall. This was the Get Out the Vote hangers from October, so we paid that bill. So now we have no outstanding bills. So that's, except for salaries, we still owe a few people salaries. This is our phone, internet, website. Email services, those didn't hit. That's MailChimp, that didn't hit yet. Well, actually it hit yesterday, but that's past mistake. Food for a staff meeting and bank fees. So we started with a $58.86 balance. We ended the month with about a $1,600 balance, which means that we spent spent, $4,300 more than we brought in. And then pending and adopt transfers, those are the sustainers if the money comes in, but they're only transferred to the bank account usually once a month, but sometimes if we need the money, we bring it in sooner. And so we have another $482 sitting in that account to be brought in. Okay, in the corporate account, we did spend $1,000 on salaries. And so we started with a $1,600 balance, we're down to $600, and this one had a service fee of $10. Now, we use Frost Bank, and we're way below the minimum balance that we need. And I went there yesterday to ask him why we have all these fees. And essentially, it's because we have no money. So almost every account, we're either getting $5 or $10 or $15 bank fees every month. So that's one of my priorities, to see if we can find some place where we don't. Because I think last year we paid over $600 in bank fees. So, and then the state account, we didn't do anything except we lost $15 in bank fees. And so these are the total available funds. So the account balance is about $3,000 on total available. Our recurring bills for March are another $560. So we have about $2,400 left that we can spend. Now with all the money coming in tonight, hopefully we will look a lot brighter in the next week. Any questions? No? Okay. Oh, Jennifer.
Hey, everybody. I don't have my glasses on. All right. So far tonight we've raised $3,695 so we need to raise another $1,300 to match Ellen's gift. And Sharon Edwards just is offered another matching donation of $1,000 if we can match it tonight. So technically we need to raise $2,305 from you guys. If anybody will give, we would appreciate it so much. And I'm not going to adjourn the meeting until we reach our goals. I'll do the 305. Okay, 305. So we need $2,000 more dollars. I have a friend here that sings. I might have her.
All right, 200. Let's go.
Thank you. We need $1,800 more dollars. I have an accounting degree, by the way, if that's helpful. Anybody? I'll do 100. Yes. What did I just hear?
100.
100, thank you. Can you put the QR code back up? So I think we're now to 1,700. I'm going to give 100, so now we're at 1,600. Anybody? Thank you for everybody that gave tonight. Yes, I can't see, David. 100. 100. All right. We're at 1,500. All right, Lindsay's doing 1,000, so now we're at $500. $500. John's gonna do 100. Now we're at 400. Okay, Paige just gave 1,000 to join the chairman's circle. So technically we're there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming out. And this meeting is, I need a gavel. And this meeting is adjourned. Motion to adjourn, sorry.
Okay, guys, that's it. Now we go out to dinner and schmooze.